Hey everybody, it's me as always, your host Gambit896, and I'm back with another video for you guys. Today I'll be re-reviewing Venom Volume 3, The Savage 6. The series is written by Rick Remender and is published by Marvel Comics, and this third trade collects issues 15 through 22 of the Venom series. If you guys haven't seen my reviews of Venom Volumes 1 and 2, I'll leave links below in the description for you guys to be able to check out those videos if you're interested. So the story picks up right after the events of Venom Volume 2, which is Circle of 4, and we have Flash who has joined up with the Secret Avengers, and they've given him some prosthetic legs which he can now get about on, as opposed to permanently being stuck in the wheelchair all the time. And we also see that they are keeping the Venom symbiote in a containment unit in the secret headquarters for the Secret Avengers. And also Hank Pym tells Flash, if you need to use the symbiote for any reason, I'll imbue it with some Pym particles, and if you call this number you'll be able to access the symbiote through the earpiece on your cell phone, which I thought was a pretty cool little kind of science whizzy story moment for Hank Pym and Venom. There's also a really cool and possible potential new love interest for Flash in the character of Valkyrie, as they share some pretty flirty lines of dialogue as Flash is being escorted back to the kind of the teleporting unit so he can be teleported back to his apartment on Earth. And we find out that Flash has gone back to his home, he's gone back to his mother and his former kind of on again off again girlfriend of Betty Brant, and he's really kind of struggling with the coming back to the home life and everything, and keeping his double life as Venom a secret from his family. And here we have Venom escorting one of his member of his rogues gallery, the Human Fly, to the supervillain prison known as the Raft, who's gotten himself into a spot of trouble with the Kingpin of Crime, aka Wilson Fisk. Also, there's some really great action scenes and fight scenes in this. Actually, there's a hell of a lot of action in this. This is definitely the most action-packed of the 3 volumes of the Venom series by Rick Remender. Here we have a really cool cameo or guest appearance and a fight scene with Venom and the Hobgoblin, as you can see there and there. I have to say the action or the fight scenes in this are really well done. Like I said, there's a hell of a lot of action that goes down in this third volume, as you can see there and there. Let me just turn over my notes page a second. We also have basically a villains assemble with Crime Master, who has basically called together basically all the members of Flash's Rogues Gallery, which is represented on the front cover of this trade, which I'll go back to in a second. So Crime Master is basically assembling all of Flash's Rogues Gallery to find and take out Venom once and for all, as you can see there and there. So here we have a really cool cover for the front trade of this third volume. So we have Crime Master, his right hand man, and Venom's Arch-Nemesis, Jack-O-Lantern. We have the Human Fly, and we have Megatak, who is a kind of a more techy, sort of sciencey kind of villain. And we have the alien symbiote known as Toxin. There's some really great inner monologue moments for Flash, where he's talking about the fact that the only choice he has left is to basically take out his enemies in order to keep his family and his loved ones safe. And he's also battling with the fact that what he's doing is for the greater good, and that everybody will be better off if all of these villains were no longer within the world, as you can see there and there. I have to say the writing in this by Rick Remender is absolutely fantastic, and also Colin Bunn helps to co-write some of these issues. particularly in issues 17 through 21. I'm not sure if Bunn is doing the dialogue and Rick Remender is doing the overall plotting. If anybody knows the answer to that question, please feel free to leave a comment below in the comment section. I also really like all of the artwork by the various artists we have on this third volume. Lam Medina, Kev Walker, Robert Akins, and Declan Shalvey, sorry. So like I said, there's a really cool lot of action in this series. My only niggle with this this third volume, it's nothing against Rick Remender, it's nothing against Colin Bunn, it's nothing against the plot or the story. I just don't like the character very much, particularly from seeing the 1990s animated Spider-Man series with the character in, and also even less of a fan of the character from the third Tony Maguire Amazing Spider-Man movie, and that is Eddie Brock, who's basically gone on this whole kind of religious holy war against all of the living kind of alien symbiotes, and he's taken them all out one by one. And so, to add kind of insult to injury, so to speak, Taskmaster basically manipulates the situation to make sure that Eddie Brock is bonded with the alien symbiote known as Toxin. Like I said, nothing against Rick Remender or Colin Bunn or the story or the overall plot. I'm just not a big fan of Eddie Brock as a character. I just think he's a bit kind of one-dimensional. Particularly with the whole kind of religious holy war against the symbiotes kind of a deal. But then again, that's just my kind of personal preference. Like I said, there's a hell of a lot of action in this last volume. See if I can find you an example of some more of the action. As you can see there and there. There's also some really cool reveals at the end of this. We find out the identity of the Crime Master and who he is. Also, Flash is definitely not holding back anymore when it comes to his enemies. As you can see, is another example of a really cool fight scene with this kind of lizard villain. As you can see there. And at the end of it, kind of mild spoiler, although I do kind of want to show it just to show how much kind of brutality that Flash is using on his enemies. He actually managed to snap this lizard's character's neck. So that just goes to show that Flash is not holding back anymore. He's doing everything he can to protect his family, and there's a really cool kind of race against time story element with he's trying to protect his family and make sure that none of the villains that Crime Master has dispatched to retrieve them and kidnap them gets their hands on them. We find out who the identity of the Crime Master is, and we get some of the backstory on how he actually became the Crime Master. There's some really cool character relationship clarity defining moments, particularly between Betty Brant and Flash, and also Flash and the members of the Secret Avengers towards the end. And with issue 22, which is called Father's Day, this is a very similar issue to issue number 5, where we saw that Flash and his father had a less than loving relationship with one another. We get some really cool flashbacks and some more explanation as to what that relationship was actually like between Flash and his father. And we really do feel for the character of Flash, and I have to say that Rick Remender does a fantastic job at making Flash not only a deeply flawed but also a rudimentary character in the respect that you're rooting for him throughout this whole series to win against the bad guys, but at the same time it gives him a really great level of sympathy where you do actually really feel for the character. Here's a really cool double page spread of the artwork by Declan Shalvey, who I believe is one of the artists on Colin Bunn's run after he took over when Rick Remender left with issue number 22. And like I said, there's some really cool, like I said, flashbacks and some more really great character in a monologue moments with Flash, while also tying up some loose ends of the overall story arc. Overall, I have to give this third volume of Venom Volume 3, The Savage 6, an absolute 5 out of 5. The writing by Rick Remender in this is absolutely fantastic. The co-writing by Colin Bunn is great. If I had to give it kind of a scale, Rick Remender's up here because I really like Rick Remender's writing, but Colin Bunn is only just below Remender in my opinion for writing the character of Flash or Venom, whatever you wish to call him. I really like all the artwork in this by the various different artists. So like I said, we have Lam Medina, Kev Walker, Robert Akins and Declan Shalvey. Overall, I think this entire series by Rick Remender is absolutely fantastic. If you're a fan of Rick Remender from his work on Uncanny X-Force, Uncanny Avengers, Secret Avengers, which ties into the ending of issue 21 in this third volume of Venom, and you haven't picked up Venom, I highly recommend you do so. Or if you're looking for a really cool and really different Spider-Man related series to check out, I highly recommend Venom. I think this series is absolutely fantastic. Like I said, absolute 5 out of 5 for volume 3, and I'll also put a link below to another related kind of really cool but different Spider-Man related title, and that is Christopher Yost, The Scarlet Spider, volume 1, Life After Death, which I'll leave a link below in the description. So if you guys want to check out that video, there'll be a link there for you guys to do so. And that about concludes this review video, guys. Thank you everybody for watching. Hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. As always, feel free to leave a comment below in the comment section. And if you're new to my channel and you'd like to see more of my videos, please feel free to subscribe. And until next time, this is Gambit896 signing off, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care, guys.